I was driving my X5 and then I got charging malfunction with the battery icon on the cluster. So I'm gonna have to pull it in the garage and see what's going on. .4 volts. I think it should be higher than that. I'm gonna go check it at the battery. Yeah, 11.3. That is definitely alternator not doing what it's supposed to do. So, seems like I just had all this stuff off, but I need to access the alternator and it is down there. So, this stuff's coming off again. This is in preparation to take this bar off right here, so I don't lose this nut. The 13 millimeter. Getting a little closer to accessing the alternator, but to make things a lot easier, I'm going to remove this radiator fan right here. There's this connector right here that I think if I squeeze on the sides like this, it should come right out. Yeah, just like that. On the same side where the plug is, there is this tab that holds down fan and fan shroud assembly. And I'm just going to push it in like that. If you pull up, the fan should come past it. And I think the same thing happens on the other side. The release point over here is right here. So we can, now I think I should be able to pull it all the way out. Did I get it off? Oh, look, now it swings. I don't know if y'all can see that, is that on camera? This swings, and now you can just swing that around, and I'll give you a better view when I get all the way out. And I think, ha! That lets it come out. That's actually pretty clever. So when you're installing it, it's there. When you get ready to lock it into position, you pull this out and slide it into the little clip. Huh, that's pretty nifty. I'm using a T60 Torx bit to get in here, rotate this tensioner clockwise, and remove the belt from the alternator. Let's see, is it all the way off now? Just get the belt out of the way as much as I can. While I'm at it, I might as well go ahead and remove the negative battery cable. I put a piece of wood where the hatch latches because last time I disconnected the battery, I locked myself out. This way, I won't have to climb through the car to open it. These hoses are mounted to a bracket that I need to remove, so I'm taking them off with a 10 millimeter. And this time I do have my ratcheting wrenches because I am at the house. And with that nut off, I can sit this down out of the way, and that's going to make getting to the rest of the bracket a lot easier. Let's see if I can tuck it under this hose. Not so much. This is the bracket I'm trying to remove. And there's one more right here that you could get to from under the car. That's how I did it last time. But I got to it from the top this time. So now that bracket's out. Get the belt out of the way. Now let's see about removing these pulleys. And I'm guessing I need to pry this little cap off. And I was right. I'm glad all this stuff has fallen to the ground. I am going to try to remove this with a T50. Let's see. Yeah. It looks like I need to remove this bracket. I think that's it. And then I can try and remove the bolts that hold the alternator in. Let's see. See, does that? Yeah, that looks like that helps. I think that is it. And now you can see the two bolts that hold the alternator on. This one up here and this one right here. I don't know what size they are, but I'll know in a second. They are an E12. I'm gonna try this one first. There we go. Got it moving. Let's see if I can get this one moving. Should be a little easier. All right, how free is the alternator? Alternator's all the way free. I just gotta figure out how to get to the connections now and I can take it out. Let's see if I can wiggle the alternator out or if I gotta do something else. Oh, it is coming. Oh, so there's a bracket that is captured by the top mounting bolt. This is a good point to mention that I removed the tensioner pulley to put it back in, and it definitely would have made it easier to take out. I was able to pull it out far enough here such that I can access the cable and the connector over here. All right, if I'm lucky, this connector right here will come off easily. And I am not lucky. Here we go. Yeah, and I saw one wire coming out of it, and thankfully there's only one connector in there. And then there is the cable that needs to be removed. There it is right there. And I got a 13mm on it. Try not to push into the radiator. I had to support the alternator from underneath with my offhand so that I could break the nut free. There we go. Oh, what's stopping it? That other pulley holding it. See, maybe I can rotate it by it. I might be able to, but it'd be easier to take it off. I think I got it. Yeah, I think I got it by it. As a precaution, I put that cardboard there to protect the radiator, and I think it did its job. So there's the old one and the new one. Even though this was I believe a remanufactured CarQuest one, it is a remanufactured OE one. Valio. This has the BMW part number on it. I'm sure this doesn't have that anymore, but it once did. Even though I was able to get it past this on the way out, I think it'll be easier if I just go ahead and try and take it off. That is a 17mm socket I'm using. Let's see if getting this new one in is easier. And it looks like that helped a lot. Flip it around so I can access the connectors. So I will put the cable back on. Alright, I had to look at the old video and make sure, I had to rotate it a little bit, and that allows you to get it on a bit easier. Alright, and now the one plug that I tucked out of the way, like that and like that. This feels more comfortable. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can reposition it. The same tubes that are in the way on the way out are also in the way on the way in. Getting there. Almost there. Now I think that's it. Just line up the bolt holes and we're golden. Let's see how we're doing. Alright, let's see, is that in? I think it is. And now the top one. I think I got that one started. I believe this bolt captured a bracket that I have somehow hidden. So let me find it and I will reconvene. I had to move the alternator significantly to fish it back out. But there it is. Now I gotta play the game of getting it back in again. Now we can put the tensioner back on. Let's see, is there a notch? There is a notch. There's a notch right up here that allows you to align a knob that's on the tensioner pulley. I'll put back on this pulley. And I think it's time to put the belt back on. So I should know this now since I just did it last week. Around the crankshaft pulley, around the tensioner, right back around the water pump. Around that, which I think is power steering, but I'm not sure. Around this idler. Then the final trip will be around, the alternator. What? My wife's out here laughing at me, but I think I got the serpentine belt back on. Now I'm just making sure all the ribs are where they're supposed to be, because I have before ran for several miles and all the ribs weren't lined up. Didn't cause any issues, but I didn't notice it till after I drove the car a bit. Dadgummit, look what else I forgot. Gotta put this bracket on. Those little brackets always get me. And that little bracket goes right back there. My ratchet just fell apart. Thankfully, I got a bunch of raggedy ratchet backups. I was just gonna snug it down too. I don't know where all those pieces went. I got the big pieces, but the small ones, I don't know where they are. Anyway, let's go ahead and put this back on. My GoPro keeps overheating, so cell phone it is. This annoying bracket is going to get reinstalled. Ooh, I almost forgot something else. This little cover that goes over this idler pulley. Almost forgot. It's time to put the fan back in. And of course the little flap is in, which is kind of nifty. So I'm gonna find the flap and flap it out over here, but you gotta do it below the tubes that it is meant to clear. So let's see. I was having trouble with the passenger side clipping in on the fan, and this is why. That tab needs to go inside of that little slot there. So I'm gonna fix that. And as long as that slot goes in, that pops right in, and where are you? Yeah, and that pops right in. And now plug this back in. And now just reconnect the intake and the cables, and I think I'm good to go. Oof, some strong sparks that time. I have never used these screws. There are, well, 2 of them. Three that should hold this on. And I think I have them, so I'm going to put them on. I think these are them anyway. I found them in the car. And whereas before I was at 11, look at that, 14.2. I'll take that. Look at this guy. Get on. What kind of snake is that? It's pretty. Get on. Go on.
They're underneath my car.
You want to move your car?
Go somewhere else.
Well, we know they're out here.
Yeah, but he was just chilling in the garage with you.
I didn't see him.
I know.
So it's been running for a few minutes. Still looking good. I think that's what it was. If you would like to see the things I did to turn this barely running, cheap E70 into a vehicle worthy of interstate road trips, check out the playlist. Thanks for watching. Take care.